Hello, everyone. The person we'll learn about today in the book Everyone a Child Should Know is George Washington Carver. This book is written by Claire Heath White and illustrated by Jenny Brake. It's published by 10 Publishing. Their website is 10ofthose.com. George Washington Carver. About 1861, he was born, and he died in 1943. What do you like spreading on your toast? Or eating in sandwiches? Jam? Marmalade? Maybe peanut butter? George Washington Carver became very famous by teaching people how to grow peanuts and make things out of peanuts, like peanut butter and paint and plastic. George was a famous scientist and inventor, but when he was born, he was a slave. He belonged to someone else. The family that owned him was white. He was black. In America, where he lived, all slaves were set free when he was a little boy. But because he was black, there were still lots of things he couldn't do. But he could be Jesus's friend. Jesus had made George good at reading and writing and thinking, but he couldn't go to the local school. So George walked and walked and walked until he found a school he could go to. He learned and learned and learned at different schools and colleges until it was time to choose a job. What should he do? He was good at playing music, painting pictures, as well as science and inventing. How could he choose? He chose to help people like his friend Jesus did. He chose to help poor farmers grow peanuts and make things out of peanuts so they could have enough money and enough food for their families. I wonder what job you will choose. He makes grass grow for the cattle and plants for people to cultivate, bringing forth food from the earth. Psalm 104:14. George Washington Carver was an incredible inventor. He was a man of God. He is a beautiful example of a Christian scientist who changed the world for the better. He wasn't interested in making money. He didn't even patent most of his inventions. To patent your invention means to receive recognition that you created it, so that you can get the credit and no one else. George Washington Carver didn't patent most of his inventions because he wanted the glory to go to God, not to himself. He also believed that everyone should be able to use the products that he made. One of the things that he said was, "The Lord has guided me. He has shown me the way, just as he will show everyone who turns to him." Turn to him with all the special gifts and abilities that God has blessed you with. Be brave enough to do things without desiring to be complimented. Let God get the glory for all that you do in front of others. You may be wondering, how do you do this? How do you let God get the glory for all that you do in front of others? Well, think of something to quietly work on this week. Let it be something that when others see it, they'll see God in it through you. And after they see it, stay humble about it without expecting others to praise you. And if they do praise you, then point them to God to show them that it was Him all along. The Bible tells us in Matthew 5:5, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Empty yourself of wanting recognition, of wanting others to applaud you. Instead, give God that honor. Step away from your spotlight and let God get all the attention. Allow God to get the praise for all your accomplishments, because you want others to draw closer to God by the things God does through you. If they're busy praising you and putting you up on a pedestal, then how will they ever know God? So, give the honor to God, not yourself. Every bit of strength in you is given to you by God. Everything you do it through Him. By His power, we live and move and exist. Praise Him. Hi! Hi! Look at what I did! I got an award for passing a very big test at school. Let's go celebrate! Good for you! You're so smart. Hi. Hi. How are you? I am fine. I saw you get an award at school today. Congratulations. You're so smart. Let's go celebrate your job well done. Thanks. I gave my award away to someone else I'll celebrate with you, but after I go do something first. What? Where'd she go? Why did she say she gave her award away? To someone else? What's more important to her to do right now than getting the party started? She's one strange friend. Hi. Thanks for waiting. Where'd you go? I went home first. What? Oh, I guess you need a rest before going out to celebrate? You did deserve a rest after all that hard work of winning that award. But why did you give your award away? No, I didn't go home to rest or anything. I went home first because I wanted to spend quiet time with Jesus, to thank him for helping me pass that test. Without him, I would have failed. I gave him the award. He gets all the praise, not me. Jesus? Who's he? He lives at your house? Was he that cousin that came over down last summer? I've never met him. Maybe he can help me out on a test I have next week. No, Jesus isn't one of my cousins. I have an idea. How about I introduce you to him? Okay, great, thanks. I'll tell you about him as we celebrate. Great, thanks. Yay. Apart from me, you can do nothing. John 15:5. For in him we live and move and have our being. Acts 17:28. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. Galatians 2:20. If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him. John 14:23. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:3.